Welcome to the Saturday coverage of the 2013 Dallas Headshot. Brought to you by Eclipse Paintball and RazaLife.com. The Sunday Headshot, including complete coverage of Sunday's games, is available at Derder.com. The first match of the day is Chicago Aftershock vs Edmonton Impact. Aftershock stumbled out of the start, and Impact looked flawless, quickly putting points on the board and shooting players off the break almost every point.
We just finished playing Chicago Aftershock. It was a quick game, 7-1 was the final score. We really shot them off the break quite a bit. They were just running into our lanes. I think we sort of set the pace early. We're sort of a team, we don't like to get shot out easily, so I think that made it really tough on them, especially when they start off down bodies. So all in all, it was a really good game. Had a lot of fun.
Aftershock is only able to score once. Impact wins 7-1. The next game is Red Legion vs Vicious. In the second point, Kevin Collum gets shot several times off the break and continues to play, making it easy for the ref to throw the flag. Here, Panaleep injures his shoulder during a bad dive. He plays through the pain and they win the point, but his injury will leave him in the pits.
We just got done playing the Russians. It was a pretty close back and forth game in the beginning. I think we had it tied 3-3. And then after that, just some simple mistakes, threw away bodies, and they ended up with a win, 7-3.
Vicious is able to capitalize on several of Legion's penalties, but eventually Red Legion pulls away. Panaleep is able to return, and the Legion win 7-3. The next game is between Damage and Impact. This is the first meeting between these two teams since players Justin Rabicaw and Dave Baines left Damage for Impact in the offseason. Many of the points were won or lost on the Snake side in this game. Both teams were playing with guns straight forward, trying to be the first ones down the field.
My name is Zane Yakimic. I play for Edmonton Impact. We just finished up playing against Tampa Bay Damage. They're always going to be a tough team to play against. Our biggest issue that game was we ran into a lot of penalty trouble early on. I think we had 3 or 4 majors within the first 10 minutes of the game. Going to come back out Sunday, hopefully get back on top of our game. And I feel like that we beat ourselves that game, but again, Tampa played really well, and just hopefully we can come back and beat them tomorrow.
Impact struggled with penalties all game long. Here, there's 3 players in the box. Brian Smith finishes off the game winning a 1-on-1, and Damage wins 7-3.
We were the team to beat. It's hard to take down the top team, but it's hard to be the top team too. We were kind of at each other's throats a little bit in the pit.
If we shoot people, we don't all go running down the field like idiots, all right?
Gosh damn it, man! Hey, we gotta have more composure than that.
We don't have 5 people run down the middle of the field in a 5-on-1. You don't have to play anymore!
Next up is Aftershock vs Vicious. This is the last game of the prelims for both of these teams. Neither team have won a game so far in this tournament and are desperate for their first.
We just played at Chicago Aftershock for our last match of the day. Actually, prelims. It was a must-win for us. We had to go in to go to the next round to play to see who goes in, champions and challengers. It was a real crazy game. They got a few majors. We got a few majors. We had 2 at once. But all the guys played really well. We dug it out, got the penalties out, won the game 7-4.
Just got done playing Omaha Vicious. I don't know what it is. We're missing something, some vital piece. I don't know if it's gunfights, I don't know if it's experience, but it just seems like we can't seem to close out games. So, we ended up getting down a few points and just couldn't make up the difference in time.
Consistent aggressive play from Shane Colby on the Snake side helps catapult Vicious to a 7-4 victory over a frustrated Aftershock. Next is Damage vs Red Legion. Having already lost on Thursday, this is a must-win game for Legion. Off the break, Damage shoots Mike Kovar, and Keith Brown charges down the Doritos. Bear Hunter shows some athleticism to advance on the snake side. He steps out wide and trades with Brian Smith. Jacob Edwards cleans up the Dorito side and shows some love to the fans. In the next point, Lukashuk is able to get into the snake and blast Chad Bouchier across field. Dan Holliday notices the threat and moves all the way down the snake side to take him out and stay alive. Damage finishes off the point, but at the end, Jason Edwards takes a penalty for shooting a dead player.
Hey, SK, he shouldn't even be allowed to talk to the ref if he's hit. I got unsportsmanlike for tapping him twice in the pack.
Despite the minor penalty, Damage continues to attack and control the Russians. Here, Chad charges up the center to take out Kirill, knowing he will wear it after.
That was our last game in the preliminaries against the Russians. We were already 3-0 going in, but we still knew that there could be some tiebreakers here and there if everyone goes 3-1 with impact. Basically started out really good, got a little sloppy, lost a couple points, but overall I think that we played a pretty controlled game and won. We feel pretty confident where we are now. We got a couple tweaks we got to do here and there, but all in all, we feel pretty good.
Damage wins 6-3. The first game of the afternoon bracket is Thunder versus the Tauntauns. Although this was the lowest scoring game of the day, the Tauntauns were able to consistently beat Thunder to the snake. Much of that productivity came from American pickup Stephen Lasher. Here, he swindles his way into the mini race bunker before rushing down the snake tape.
We just played the Tauntauns. Game started off really even, going point by point. They would come down the snake on us when we would get a few guys shot, and they just played better than us.
The Tauntauns walk away with a comfortable 5-2 victory over the winless Thunder.
Next season on the roster.
We're looking for a guy that's like on our heels every weekend.
My name is Wesley Ward, I'm 23, I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Scott Kemp, age 26, born and raised in Los Angeles, California.
The attitude thing, man, it's one of those things, some people like it, some don't.
The next matchup is the Ironmen vs 187 crew. The winless 187 crew came out with something to prove against the thus far undefeated Ironmen. Both teams came out swinging, taking points, paint, and penalties.
Mike Paxton, yeah, they came out, we just played 187, they came out real strong, went 2 points up on us, battled back and forth, penalties were thrown, that game could have gone any way real quick, so, just happy to come out with a win on that one. They played really good.
With little time left, 187 are able to put a final point on the board, but it's not enough to top the Ironmen, who take the 6-5 victory. The next game is Infamous versus the Tauntauns. The Tauntauns began the game taking it to Infamous, bunkering out Damian Ryan. Tauntauns get to an early 3-1 lead before Infamous starts to mount a comeback.
Hey, I'm Axel Godin from Tauntauns. We just went out from the Infamous game. That was a tie game. We were leading, they got some penalties, but we got a young team. We are still learning, and I think experience beat us, so we will do better for the next game.
In a close overtime point, Axel Godin is able to make it to the 50 Dorito. Kevin Rudolph gets into the snake. Axel gets shot from across field, and Callie takes advantage, running down the snake side. Damian Ryan cleans up, and Infamous takes the 5-4 win. Next up is Thunder vs 187 crew. Both teams were looking for their first win of the tournament. 187 starts out strong, taking an early lead with some help from Thunder taking a minor penalty.
We just got done playing Seattle Thunder, fourth and final game. We needed a win here, so we came out looking strong and playing strong. We got to, I think it was 5-2 at one point, 6-2, and they just didn't give up. I'll definitely give them props for coming at us. Eventually they were running into some of our guns, and we came out with a W, which is big because now we got to go into tomorrow and play a whole other tournament. Nick Laval takes out the final Thunder player with authority, and 187 crew takes the win, 7-4. The last game of the day is between Infamous and Ironmen. The beginning of this game is all Infamous, as they get out to a large lead.
In the first point, Alex Goldman is assessed a minor penalty, and Infamous takes advantage. Infamous would continue to put up points quickly, bringing the game to a 6-1 score.
We just got done playing Ironman right now. It worked out. We took a big lead, and then we tried to play some defensive ball, which isn't our ball. Let them come back with a couple points. They were coming charging down the middle, and we were missing lanes and stuff like that. You know, we just we won it, man.
So we just had our last game of Saturday against Infamous. We started picking it up, fighting back, came back 6-4. Didn't have enough time to close out the game and come back and win.
Despite a valiant comeback, the Ironmen did not have enough time to even the score. Infamous wins 6-4. That's it for Saturday's coverage. The full Sunday headshot is available at Derder.com.